All right, Zach, let's take a look at your paper MLA format first. This needs to be Times New Roman, so make sure you fix that. This is good. Now, the reality of politics. Your message is that there's some simple, ruthless, and cutthroat steps to become president. So I really feel like this isn't nearly as strong enough for your topic, because really, I have a feeling in the end you're going to do some pretty shady things in order to become president. So I feel like that needs to be more indicative of that concept. There's no other occupation which is more respectable than the one and only president of the United States. So you don't need commas in there. In fact, I don't even know if I think I'd even take that out. Now, with total control, I'm not sure how far you are in government class yet, Zach, but the president doesn't have complete total control over our nation. So if you wanted to be a dictator, that would work. And unless maybe one of your main points is about that, it's maybe not all it's cracked up to be. It's a little unjust. You might want to be more specific there, but it guarantees you a position in the Oval Office. Would have prayed for a guide such as this, which would have led them straight to the White House. Here's your main points: acquiring a lot of money, splurging, humiliating your competition, and winning the election. Most powerful individuals in the world, which is correct, and your thesis statement is correct too. It's not a bad way to start off. Maybe a little bit more. Feel like maybe an example. Think about Hillary Clinton. Maybe use her as the example that she really could have used this guide, or people that she was. Why not you can be nearly guaranteed a victory over Donald Trump, except you lost, and then go from there. I don't know. I feel like you could maybe have a little bit more in there. All right, so the first part is obtaining money quickly. Again, your topic sentence needs to be stronger. That by obtaining money quickly, you'll be ... Give me a stronger topic sentence there. All right. I can't believe I'm probably going to say this, but as much as I harp on you guys about having detail, you almost have too many things in this paragraph. You're trying to do too many things. So you're giving the reader some advice on how to make money quickly for their campaign. Now, $2,500, so you're missing a comma, and just put the dollar sign right there so you can get rid of this, okay? Your actual citation will be, take this part out. It'll be just what's in the quotes there. And when we get to the works cited page, we'll talk a little bit about that. All right, so basically, count cards in blackjack. Or, all right, hold on, we'll come back to this. This will give enough money to start a president. Now, you may be wondering, how much does it actually take to run a presidential campaign? Well, you can spend as much as you want on your campaign. I'm not sure why you had to cite a source to know that you can spend as much as you want. I would rather see a specific source. How much did Donald Trump spend on his campaign to be president? Maybe do the averages of the last 3 or 4 presidents, to figure out what it would take to do that. So money gives you power, making you look well off. So all of this stuff, I feel like all of this about being president, that should go at the beginning. Like, you need money because you have to have money to become a president, because it takes this much money to run a presidential campaign. Well, how are you going to get that much money? Well, here's some ideas, okay? So the alternative is robbing a bank, which is fine. But again, nothing is in here that is super unique. The paper bag over your finger is hilarious. Mask and some unnoticeable stilts can hide your identity. If counting cards around a bank is too far-fetched, then to heck with it. Here's another possibility. You inherit a massive amount of wealth by killing somebody. They can give you all your money just by dying. Kill them yourself. It'll be more respectful. So this is a run-on sentence. I'm not sure how it's more respectful. How does that work? And you can make sure the job is done correctly without suspicion. Act remorseful to guarantee your safety. I don't know why I would be asking this, since you just told me I need money to run for president. So I'm not sure how this even is a question. But I need a strong transition statement. Once you have the money, now it's time to spend it on your campaign. Something like that. Make it simple and easy. I don't know, Zach. I feel like maybe if you focused on one thing in particular, maybe just the casino, maybe just this, maybe just the inheriting the money, it would make your paper stronger overall, because then you can really focus on one thing. But I guess it's up to you to figure out how that's going to work. All right, so the next one is to bribe voters. Use your money to bribe voters. Strong topic sentence again is not here. I'm not sure which one would really be your topic sentence, but neither of them are very strong. I like that. You may ask, isn't that bribing? Yes, but you want to win the election, right? So I like that. You must target the poor people. They need the money more than anything to better their living standard by doing this. You're donating to charity. That's a really funny way to look at it. Who doesn't like charity? If you answered I don't, then I got another option for you. All right, here's where I'm going to tell you you're off the rails here. I wouldn't add that part. I like the who doesn't like charity. I'd end it there. But the next part, remember this whole thing was about spending your money. But this is all about becoming an amazing liar. This is not necessarily true, although you get back into building the bridge, which is about spending your money. But I wouldn't even bring it up, all the idea of the whole liar part. Here is your theme, right? You're going to be cutthroat. So keep going back to that theme of being cutthroat with spending your money. Spend your money to buy votes. Spend your money to buy bridges. Spend your money to do this. And then talk about how that's going to win you the election, or help you win the election at least. So I'd keep going back to like what you're spending your money on and what it's going to do for you. But don't bring up the whole lie things. You must become an amazing liar. That whole idea. You can still use the bridge example, but get rid of that and focus on other ways that money is going to your cutthroat use of money is going to win you the election. But it doesn't make you superior to your opponent, so be more specific with your transition statement here too. All right, so this one is about embarrassing your opponent by all means. Need a stronger topic sentence. And this is, if you combine these first two sentences, you'd have one, because it'll make you seem superior. That's ultimately what we're going for. Now, you use the term superior pretty close together. I would probably use a different word or focus on something else. You need to talk a lot of smack. This is the key to humiliating them. Now, you do give some examples. Ban transportation from a certain country. It's because they're racist. You have to bully them, make fun of their speeches, etc. I think you can get even more specific, though, Zach. Maybe even give us some sample Twitter comments that we can make. Maybe, some sample names we can call them during our campaign. Things like that. That's just going to make it stand out. This is probably your shortest paragraph as far as, length, obviously, but also I think you can add a lot more to this, because this is the topic that I think you could have a lot of fun with. Is all the stuff that you can do to humiliate your opponent. You can pay people, since you have all that money, right? You can pay people to make up funny memes about them, and you can pay. We talked about fake news in class, right? You can have fake news all over the place about them and how they, make it as ridiculous as you can. But that just adds more uniqueness to your paper. I think this is a weak statement here at the end. I think it's a little bit too wordy. I think you need to clean up the wording there. Make an enormous scrutiny about it. I think that's maybe the wrong word choice there. So maybe work on that. All right, I'm having a hard time with what this step actually is. Deflect suspicion, I think, is pretty much what it is, but it's not clear here. Now, I don't know why you have to be worried about all the votes coming in and that you're winning a landslide. I think you just say, obviously you're the better candidate. Hiding everything else is fine. So maybe focus on that as part of this. You must produce a story that seems honest and respectable of how you became victorious. But again, just say, hey, I was the best candidate, obviously. I mean, I hate to bring this up, but what did Donald Trump do, right? He said, hey, you obviously wanted me as your president, not anybody else. Extra space there that you need to get rid of. This will, I know, just by giving them credit, no one will be suspicious at all. You can start moving into the White House. That's all capitalized. Now one of the most powerful individuals in the world, so decent last sentence there. All right, so let's move into your conclusion. All right, I would combine these first two sentences to make this your thesis statement and make it stronger. So think about combining these. Otherwise, this conclusion flows nicely. I think it works really well. I think it ends on a really strong note overall. Now, this is what I was talking about. Get rid of that. You're going to start with that. About.com is not a reliable resource, so I'm not too happy about that. Here's the other thing. You used all three of these sources in the same paragraph. You didn't spread them out at all. And that's one thing I'd want you to work on, Zach, is having support in all of your paragraphs. I just think that's going to make it stronger overall. All right, Zach, not a bad start. I feel like maybe a little bit of organizational stuff, maybe a few more details added in will make this just a little bit stronger. So good luck with the rewrite.